Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Neil Robertson Pro Career on Snooker 19. Today it is time for part 77 of Season 3 of the Career Mode and part 194 of the series as a whole. In today's episode we play the second of 3 potential sessions against the Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan, for a place in the quarterfinal of the Betfred World Snooker Championship. Now, last year, we dropped out at this stage by 13 frames to 6. We were absolutely whooped, but in the first session, we had an outstanding start. We lead Ronnie O'Sullivan by 6 frames to 2. We've got a 4-frame advantage at this point. And I think looking back at that session, it could have definitely been 7-1. I think Ronnie deserved 1 frame in there, but he wasn't up to scratch. More to the point, we played pretty well, but his safety game, his all-round game was lacking. When he got in and had a potential to get a few pots here and there, he really did. But barring that, he really struggled with his all-round game. So here we go then for the start of frame number 9, the first frame in this 8-frame session. And to avoid any issues in the last episode, I did the break off before obviously ending off the episode, just to make sure that everything was okay. And this is the situation we're left in. So Ronnie took the break off, just making sure that black definitely doesn't go, forcing us to hit this one with some pace. And we could play with backspin, I guess. It's a risk, but the reds are in quite a nice position there, so I didn't want to disrupt that too much. And I think the long blue is certainly a half chance. But did Ronnie knock the yellow? He did knock the yellow off its spot on his way back up, but there's no real problem there. But these intervals can always work nicely for the player who's behind. Give them time to reset and really manage to get back into it. But that being said,
long pot, right up his
if we continue our good form, we've certainly got a good chance.
Great striking.
Not ideal in terms of our position here. Unfortunately, I think even though we want to try and not disrupt these reds, we're going to have to. But that was a shocker, to be honest. Didn't get the look of the draw necessarily there. So, end of break that. Needs to play with a lot more conviction, I think, to have a real chance. Just going to move the black. Put the red up bulk. Try and avoid him getting to the red on the opposite side of the table. And I think apart from that, we've covered everything else. Yep, covered a pot. So you got Ronnie's safety games, like very simple safety there, playing just a containing safety shot, making sure that he doesn't leave anything on. Pretty much getting it to exactly the same position as we did. We've hit that a little bit harder, but I don't think it should cause too much of an issue. It'll bounce off the cushion, that'll slow the cue ball down. And it's almost like there's a marker where the cue ball goes and it's staying there. Going to happen again. It's in that sort of area. That's it. It's a bit thicker this time, so hoping we don't open up the reds too much. Oof. Bit lucky not leaving that red on there. We very nearly potted it. But I think we're being covered by the yellow, blue and pink. Again, similar shot. Such a small gap. And has he left it this time? Oh, he hasn't. Oh. Do we play with a little bit aside? It's a risky one. It leaves Ronnie a good chance. Should we not pot this? So I'm going to play this with not too much power. Don't want to risk things too much. This would be a cracking pot, but it's a risky shot to take on. Hit it about right. We'll know pretty much in a few seconds. Oh, it's dropped in. We really got away with that. We really did. That was a little bit wide of the pocket, but the jaws were kind to us.
Nicely played onto a red.
And because of the slow pace we played it at, it allowed it to make contact with the jaws and Still going into the pocket. So a really good shot from us. Again, it was a really risky one, but it seems, at least for the short term, to have paid off quite nicely. Still got some work to do here. But what a lead this would be. Opening up a 5-frame lead. Now, we did do so before. I'm hoping this tickly cough goes fairly quickly, by the way. But we did open up a 5-frame lead before, of course. We were 6-1 up on Ronnie, so if we get a 5-frame lead again, it puts us in an absolutely fantastic position. Again, we shouldn't start dreaming and start getting carried away. But I also think that being positive is no harm either. So just getting a balance. And I think we've not played that the best. I think we're going to struggle to get onto a red here unless we screw back. But it's not the best angle for that, to be honest. So I think we're just going to have to hope for the best here. This red isn't right on the cushion, so we've certainly got a chance of potting it.
28.
Yeah, it's not too bad actually. I thought that would have been a lot worse. But that is A-OK. Good pot. Not ideal position. But it's a good chance to go into the reds. But I'm actually going to duck out of that one because we are quite close to the cushion, as you can see. So we couldn't get the screw back anyway. And the pot's quite difficult. So I think it's just best to play a safety here. Just put Ronnie in trouble. There's no harm in doing that.
He's played that very well.
Neil Robertson.
Seems to be a good shot. We've got him in a snooker. Gets out of it. What's he going to leave on? I'll tell you what, not too much.
Well, he's got out of the snooker, but it looks like he's left an opportunity here.
I'm going to play a shot to nothing here, though. Because it's not an easy pot into the middle pocket. I said it wasn't.
He'll be looking to tighten up his game here.
Said it wasn't an easy shot. But I think we get away with that pretty well. But he's potted the red. Wow. We left one on.
Potential route back into this frame.
Not a bad result, but that's the risk you take. Putting your opponent in some trouble. If they get out of it well, then that gives them a chance.
Nice position on the black.
5.
Oof. Very nearly missed that. That could have been a
Would you believe it?
disaster, but
8.
2 reds, 2 greens, and break over. Nearly fluked one there, though. But as Neil Fold says, can you believe it? Can you Adam and Eve it? He's left a half chance. It's tempting, but I feel like that's why he's played it like that. But problem is, if we don't, I think probably this one's the better one to go for. Gives us a bit of a wider angle to try and get back up to the bulk cushion if we miss this. Oh, but it's a lovely pot. I tell you what, if we'd have missed that, we'd have been nowhere near the bulk cushion.
1.
Would have been an absolute disastrous shot, but I'm not complaining. So, it is fair to say that Ronnie really didn't make the most of that opportunity he was given.
What a top pot that was.
So it's our job to make sure we take the most of it now.
3.
This isn't the Ronnie we've been used to playing over the years. Very strange.
4.
As I've said though, not that I'm going to start complaining about it. I was going to go for the black there, but no, I think I'll just take on the pink. Could be a mistake, we've overhit that one.
10.
Oh, that was a bad shot. That was a bad shot.
This really is tricky.
No.
Yeah.
This time.
Well, I think we should have just gone with our instinct, tuck on the black.
Neil Robertson. 10.
Wants to get back up to the bulk, but I mean, why is he played safe here? I mean, he's actually gone for the pot, so Dave Ender doesn't know what he's talking about. I mean, they're applauding that, but can they not see the fact that there's a red right over the pocket?
Wow. He'll be thrilled.
I'm very confused as to why the crowd thought that Ronnie played a good safety shot. I am baffled as to why he didn't go for that. Really am. Very confused. Still, not going to complain. Another tricky shot here. And we leave a lot on if we miss this, but it's there.
Beautiful pot.
I remember, how did he miss that?
Little shot. He'll be happy
Well,
with that.
not necessarily how did he miss it, but how did he not
Just needs this red.
contemplate that the red was on? It was in the middle of the pocket. Tap it and it's in. I suppose he was a bit worried about being off, but that seems to have lost him the opening frame in the session. So we were 6-1 up. Ronnie brought it back to 6-2, and we now regain that 6-frame lead. 6-frame lead. Don't get carried away. 5-frame lead. And already, again, it's a bit of a milestone, really. We've scored more frames
Pace is critical.
in 8 than we scored in 19 last year. Of course, it was 13 frames to 6 to Ronnie last year.
23.
And I don't want to say so yet, but I think the way we're going, if we keep winning frames, there'll be a little way for Ronnie to get back into this.
24.
He can certainly try, but he's got to start winning frames soon. And we gave him an opportunity or two there. Or 3, or 4.
31.
But he was at the table twice, and
Colours remaining.
in his best days, he'd clear up on both of those occasions. But on one of those occasions, made a meagre break of 8. And on the second occasion, just didn't make anything at all. Didn't notice the effective free red.
He's going for it. Well, an excellent pot.
But that doesn't take away from the fact that we're playing very well here. It's really welcome for us to start playing well in a World Championship match. We never seem to live up to the occasion at the Worlds. But a win against Ronnie, I think that would be just as good as you can get.
He's going for the left centre.
And imagine beating Ronnie and only being in the quarterfinals. I mean, that's quite unbelievable, really. Again, we shouldn't get starstruck, but, you know, it's Ronnie. Great clearance, though, from us. Didn't look like missing the ball there. Great clearance to 58, and we open up a 5-frame lead.
And the frame near Robertson.
It's 7-2.
That is the frame.
I know it sounds crazy, but if
The 10th frame.
we win the session 7-1, we're through. I tell you what, I think Ronnie's lost his head here. I really do. I think Ronnie's lost his head. Look at that break-off. I think he very much gets away with it, actually, in some elements. But inviting, it certainly is.
This into the left corner pocket.
And we're in again.
Impressive opening red.
A very strange break-off from the Rocket. It wasn't actually his break-off, sorry, in that last frame. I do apologise. Thought it was Ronnie's break, but indeed it was ours. I think it was the safety shot that Ronnie played thereafter, which opened up the red. So I apologise for that. But in frame 10,
9.
it's a good chance. And the style at that break-off he played just says to me that he's going for it. Playing aggressively, maybe too aggressively.
16.
You'd love to win frames against a player who's playing really well. But whatever version of Ronnie comes out, I don't care. You know, I'm happy to beat him.
Nicely onto the black.
17.
Again, we are very much casting this as being all over. Which, of course, it isn't.
24.
But if we win this frame, well, all I'm going to say is it puts us in a very good position. If we weren't in one already. But we don't want to do the usual thing here and start yapping and get all excited and miss a red or a black. Yeah, nice see a bit of chalk on the table. Don't see that very often. The little marks.
32.
Probably because we never get a decent break. Remember, it's crazy, really. We've
Straightforward.
won 7 frames so far and not made a single century. Ronnie got the close, I think, with a break of 99, was it?
Position for the black.
Bit of a get out of jail free, actually, there, that we've got the red straight up to the corner pocket.
40.
Because we were bang on straight on that black, and that wouldn't have been any good to us. I'm going to play the ambitious shot here. Try and come back down for the black.
Fabulous pot.
Don't want to come too much, but I think we might and well have done.
Very well.
Need that to pull up.
41.
Do we take this on? Do we take this on? You can actually see that red there, so I think we will. I think if we play this with not too much pace, we should pot it. Need a bit of luck.
That's an unfortunate
No,
error.
we haven't.
Good costing.
And what did I say?
Neil Robertson. 40.
I said I wasn't too keen in taking that on. Well, clearly that red didn't go. That was advertised before. Just played the safety there, and I think the best thing for us is to roll down the table. We don't want to play a silly shot and leave that red onto the middle. Again, we should have just played a safety, but we got away with it, and, well, this is very much Ronnie's lost his head. This is crazy. I've never seen anyone play like this. But I'll tell you what, this is a very tricky pot to be taken on, and if we miss it, we could just be giving Ronnie a good chance.
To the corner.
Needs to be a good shot, and it is. Thank God for that.
Wonderful shot.
That could have opened things up massively for the Rocket. I was going to say the Doctor then, for some stupid reason. He's not Valentino Rossi. Close enough, I suppose. Easy 7 points though there, but
Yeah, played it well.
because of the contact with those 2 reds, we've left the cue ball in a similar place to where it was before.
8.
We don't leave anything that's all that easy on. I don't fancy that one on the cushion. I think the risk just gets higher now because if we miss one, there's a brilliant opportunity for him.
Impressive shot with the rest.
9.
But 50 without reply in this frame. And we're not really having to work all that hard. Well, we are, of course, for the breaks and the position, but in terms of the chances and getting the chance, we're not having to work that hard. I mean, you saw there, that was the biggest example of it. He's just handing it to us on a plate, whacking the ball about.
17.
He's seeming to have lost his head at this point. But he could come back to form any time, so these frames
24.
are really important. I must admit, I don't like the look of that one down the cushion. We've got how many reds left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 75 points on. Red and colour wins the frame. I'm going to play this very conservatively because I don't like the look of this shot one bit. Looks okay though. Yeah, it's there. Good shot.
Decent position to take on a colour here.
Red and colour gives us the frame. At least we hope it does.
He just needs the green here.
Just need the green. Should be fairly easy, you would have thought. And it's in the heart of the pocket.
Wonderful pot.
And, well,
No real way for his opponent.
I thought that this would be an opportunity for Ronnie this session to come back into it. And if these first 2 frames are anything to go by, he started even worse than he played in that first session. All we're having to do at the moment is mop up. Take our chances, mop up, and get back for the next frame. But the longer this goes on for Ronnie, I feel like the more he's going to get discontent, the more he's going to get rattled, and maybe the easier it's going to get for us. But I don't think this is all over yet. I think we've still made a very good start. You know, it's not exactly winning line territory at the moment.
Plenty of power.
We're still 5 frames away. But you can't see the winning line too early. I think if we get to 10 frames, then we could be guilty of that.
What a beautiful pot that is.
But we're not missing that much at the moment. We're playing well, and that just helps. Again, Ronnie's giving us chances, but generally, we're not giving him too many. He's getting a few chances, but not that many.
46.
A lot of table time for us. I'd love to see what the points difference is at the moment.
51.
But the one thing that's helping us out is that we aren't having hardly any scrappy frames. I think that helps. I think when it gets scrappy, we sometimes are guilty of losing out a bit. But every ball potted is a bit of practice for us. Again, we've been away, so these first 2 frames are a pretty good practice session for us, but horrible position for the yellow. We pot it though, not bad at all.
Fabulous pot.
David Hendon liked that one. Position's not all that great for the green either,
He's looking to pop this into the right corner.
but it's there. We're not missing much at the moment. Far better position for the brown.
61.
This would actually be quite a tidy break if we did it in one visit. Potential of 124, but obviously split into 2 breaks.
Needs to strike this well.
How about that one? Lovely.
70.
8-2.
Pace is very important.
Crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. What an advantage this is. 6 frames.
76.
Even if we draw this session from here, even if it's
What a clearance.
3 frames apiece now,
83. And the frame.
a 6 frame advantage going into the last session.
That is the frame.
11-5. What an advantage that would be.
Frame.
Needing 2 with 9 to play. Wouldn't be over the line because it's not over until it's over. But we are giving ourselves the best chance possible here. And to think that we've gone from 1-1 to this as well. It was level at the start of the 3rd frame. And it just kept toppling for Ronnie. 5-1, 6-1. Finally got it back to 6-2. But we've won 2 in a row. That's a far more sporting shot from Ronnie. Giving us a game. Not that stupid whack-about shot. Because as much as you might be convinced, I don't really want an easy win. I want to battle for it.
Great shot.
But that was a cracking shot. Put Ronnie in a snooker, so his woes just don't end here. And he's missed them. Oh, I don't know whether to go in here.
Well, it was a really hard shot, and it hasn't worked out for him at all.
Let's go for it. Let's play on. I think if he played that again, he'd probably just nick
Elected to play on here.
the pack and not leave us a very good opportunity. Although that's not ideal.
1.
That is not ideal at all. Oof, good pot, but position's not there, unfortunately. So, just a safety from here.
Depends on perfect pace.
Half expected this, to be honest.
Under-hitting the cue ball here.
Done a bit more power on that, giving him a chance. And I think that'll be his first first pot for a while. Misguided from us, really. We could see it was tricky, and we played the first red a little bit hard, I think, and that was our downfall. So we've given Ronnie a chance to show what he's made of here, get back into this to some extent. You know, he's got to start from somewhere if he's going to want to get back into this. But that's end of break. At least I think it is. He might go for one to the middle. No, there was a half chance at least of that, but wasn't interested. But at least gets his eye back in. It can be very tricky if you've not had a pot for some time to get back into it. That's a nice shot though. I'll take that. I know a lot of you are enjoying these longer videos. I really am as well. Really am. Gives you a bit of time to get into the game. Meanwhile, after praising him just, he's gone and dropped a clanger like that again in terms of a safety. And it wasn't the worst shot in the world. At all. But he gives us yet another chance. That yellow's a really awkward angle, so... sorry, that blue even. Gone colourblind now. That blue is a really awkward angle, so we're going to play the yellow here. Hopefully pot it. It's not a foregone conclusion, but it's there, so a good pot. Need a good long pot, though, to keep this break going. Can't really call it a break at the moment, but hopefully we can if we can pot this red. It's there. And most importantly, we missed the pack. Didn't want the cue ball to be slowed down there. What's the power like on that one? It's not that bad. It's not too bad. Not ideal. I think this one's just go. You know what? I don't know. I'd have liked to have played that a little bit further to the left. I'm not being convinced that this goes. Do we maybe put a bit of side on this? Just a touch. I think we have to. Just to make sure it goes in. But we hit the first red. We hit that red first. Well, that was always the risk. I think if Ronnie's going to pounce, he's got to do it now. We're struggling a bit. Just played the yellow there. I don't want him to end our streak. I really don't have winning frames, but it'll be a bit of a lesson for us, I think. We've not played the best by any stretch in this frame. Not played the best shots. And there's certainly a chance after this red. There's 7 reds available on the table. You'd back him every day of the week to do this usually, but he's not in good form, so we'll have to see how he goes.
11.
A few crucial shots here. Yeah, I think he's got to open up here. This is the crucial shot.
19.
It's not great. It's not ideal. He's having to go for this one.
20.
Yeah, it's not ideal at all. Very unfortunate. But what can he make of this?
25.
Ooh. Unfortunate there, really was. I could be wrong. He might pull off a mastermind here. Oh, he's going for the long shot. And I'll tell you what, he's aced it. What a shot. What a pot. Wow.
Excellent positional play there.
I thought for all money that was pretty much end of break. How wrong was I?
33.
Plays the black, and all of a sudden, The frame goes towards Ronnie. He leads now by 35. Pardon me, 35. There's only 51 left on the table. Looked in the balance at one point. And now he's hit the reds again. He's giving himself a brilliant chance. Red in colour, and he makes it 8-3. This is what I'm talking about. You know, he's no slouch. If you give him a chance, he'll take it.
46.
He's not playing his best today, but that can soon change. 3 frames done very quickly, though, today, so far.
47.
Nothing too scrappy going on. So it's 2-1 to us in terms of this session. Again, I'd take a draw here quite happily, 4 each.
52.
I think to lose this session 5-3 or 6-2 would be a bit of a disappointment, but this might just be the break that Ronnie needs, pardon the pun.
61.
Just goes for a bit of a whack shot there,
Frame. Ronnie.
which is fair enough, but a good break of 61 there. And Ronnie claws one back. It's 3 frames to 8.
Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
So we're still in a very good position here, no doubt about that. And all that hard work from that previous break might well be undone here.
This isn't easy.
It's given us certainly a half chance off the break, and played at this pace, you wouldn't think we'd miss it. Good pot.
Great opening, red.
We haven't made the blue very easy for us though, so we're going to have to play the green here instead.
This is tough.
Just hit and hope is the basis we're playing on here.
He'll be happy with that.
Hit
Top
that
shot.
red. Oh, maybe not. It's not hurt us though, not hitting that red. Giving us a decent angle here. Do have avoiding the black. Going to be tricky to do that. But we do. Pretty impressive shot. You can't argue with that. Might have to use the bulk again though. Blue's just too acute an angle to take on.
So,
We're pretty good at our long pots,
right
so
corner.
I don't mind taking that on.
8.
See if we can play for the black off this red. That's a be a delicate tap. There's no other way to
Well, he's taking
really
red
do
on.
it here. Red ball's dropped.
That's a fabulous.
About on the limit for position for the black there, but it's a good positional. Can't argue with that, and Neil Folds likes it. And I like that shot.
16.
Having to work a bit here. Again, we've not necessarily been handed the opportunity on a plate this time round. Having to work for this.
17.
But if we can just retain this advantage we've got, again, this would put us back 6 frames ahead if we win this.
Very well played.
If we can retain a 5 or 6 frame advantage, it just means that the winning line gets that much closer. Makes it a bit more comfortable for us.
25.
Don't really know what I was thinking of playing there, though, I have to say. This red won't go, will it? No. Gonna have to open them up, I think, here. Gonna have to probably just hit the edge red here and just hope for the best. If we've got any luck, I don't think we have.
32.
Not really too surprising. But that will be end of break. But where's that red ball going? I think it's okay. We're close to the cushion, so pretty safe there.
Neil Robertson, 32.
Again, considering we're 5 frames up, we've not been all that clinical. We haven't been all that clinical at all, really. Any close to the pocket, I'd have fancied that, but not on this occasion. Doesn't hurt to play sensibly at all, does it? Really hungry for this win in this frame. Be an excellent one to win. Keep a 6 frame advantage, but also know that it only puts us 4 frames away from the winning line. With a long way to go. Just some containing safeties being played here, not much of a surprise. There's a half chance on there, I think, but again, I'm going to duck out of that one. Tell you what, we've overhit this, but it might be nicely overhit. Yeah, needed a bit more power to get behind the yellow, but again, that's absolutely fine.
Tricky shot here.
Oh, he's going for the pot. And he's played it beautifully. Great chance and great pot.
1.
And a great pot on the yellow as well to follow it up. This is what Ronnie can do. Find a half chance, go for it, and make you suffer.
11.
I do wonder whether this is maybe the start of a comeback. I wouldn't like taking this black on. He won't mind it. Easy as you like, but he's going to need a good positional shot here, and he's really not got one. Just trying to play a safety, and the cue ball ends up in the corner pocket.
Well, that's a bit careless.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 19. Neil Robertson.
Well, I said we weren't getting very many of these scrappy frames, but this one certainly feels like one of those. Just going to try a half chance here.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
So here we go. Oh, there you go.
That's a tremendous pot.
You never know. If you take it on, you might just do it.
What can he do here?
Position's not great, though, on the blue. Just don't want to take the risk at this point. You can definitely see that we've started to play a bit more conservatively. But it's no good seeing the winning line too early. It's something that you don't really think exists. You think that won't affect me, but I'll tell you what, it already has. It really already has. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, right, how long is it till we can get to the 13 frame line? It's a long way to go before we can get there. I think really the only time we can start seriously giving it a look is maybe at sort of 11 or 12 frames. Not yet. Just depends how that affects you, I suppose. If it makes you hungrier and improves your shots, then that's great. But if it puts you the other way and you start tensing up and not playing the best shots, then of course that's negative. It's not looking too bad for us at the moment, though, is it? Not that bad at all.
10.
He's looking to drop this into the middle pocket.
Be a good frame to win this was. As I say, it's been a bit scrappy. Not the best shot there.
17.
I think it's just safety time now. 34 points ahead. $51 left on the table. Can we put him in some trouble? Doesn't look too bad.
Well, he's left half a chance.
Left half a chance.
Robertson, 17.
Surely he's not going to take this on, is he? No, I didn't think so. Good safety from Ronnie. I like it. Gonna have to just play containing safety here, I think. It's a good shot. Got a bit of cover with the pink now.
cue ball looks pretty safe here.
Interesting shot. Interesting shot choice. And we're just going to be greedy here and go for the jugular. And it's a good decision. It's there.
Just look at that for a positional shot.
I know that it was a risk, but I thought, well, if we pot this, we give ourselves a really good chance walking away with the frame. So with that, try and pot the brown. And it's there. Get position on the next red, which you haven't quite hit the ball hard enough for, unfortunately.
5.
So we lead by 39 with 43 left on the table. Would have been nice just to get a red. Call the frame all over. But we're not quite there yet. We're very close to being there. But not quite there yet.
Neil Robertson, 5.
He's looking to get the cue ball safe and tight to the cushion here.
You could do with a snooker here, really. Oh, he very nearly got one as well. Very nearly got one. Oh, where's the cue ball going? I think we misjudged that one a little bit. Oh, dear. So is this Ronnie's chance? He hasn't got too much to play with in terms of points. He's just playing the safety. Wow. I did say 4 points could matter quite a bit. But maybe not after that safety shot. He's left a half chance and the red's there.
And that shuts the door.
He left it open with the black being there. And that should be it for the frame now. So we move another frame closer.
He's playing for the right
9 frames to 3. Really good start to the first half of this session.
He'll be fuming about that.
That's not the best shot though. That's something we didn't really want all that much, to be fair. That's not ideal at all. That's a bit of a silly one, really. So we've got ourselves caught in a snooker. Oh, it's a bad one as well.
Pace of this shot is absolutely key.
We missed the red. I thought we might have done. We're okay for the moment, but this could just jeopardise things, and really we didn't need to.
Shot, I think.
Foul.
He's never going to play on here, is he? He is as well. He's going to try and get another one. Well, that's not gone too badly, but this I think he's probably swervable. Could be wrong. Might well be wrong.
A foul here will open the door for his opponent.
Oh, that was close. That was close. But we've got one back. But I think he'll make us play again. So again, we didn't need this. We didn't need this at all.
Free ball.
We really didn't need this. No. Don't leave it potable. That's the main thing.
That's not a good result. It was a very
But
tough
this
shot.
is a little bit worrying now. He's going to
Foul. Ronnie
play on here. Again, we didn't need this. I thought it was frame 1. It was our own fault for getting ourselves in a snooker, and we're just getting ourselves in all sorts of bother now.
He'll be looking at the easiest escape route here.
But we were greedy there. That was stupid. That was
No penalty
absolutely
points.
stupid.
Left the pot on here.
Why didn't we just whack it? If you go for precision, it never works. And this would be a real kick in the nuts if we lost this frame now.
7.
I feel like we're going to lose it. But he's just playing the safety. Well, I'm astonished at that.
7.
He knows he's onto a good one. That's Ronnie's problem. Just going to hit and hope here. Yeah, we hit the yellow, but where's it going to end up? Tell you what, this might not just be too bad. Depends where the cue ball ends up.
He's played played
It's
that
not that
very
bad at
well.
all. It's not that bad at all. Again, clear up here and he wins the frame. Really hope he'll give us a half chance somewhere along the line. But this is just something that we really needed to
That's an
avoid.
excellent shot.
But we're in the situation now. We can't do a lot about it. Just got to try and muscle our way out here. We're not too far away. Pot another ball or two and it's all over. But if we had not been so stupid in the first place, we might well have already been at the next frame. But thank God for that. I think that's a really good chance now.
Easy.
Tap this in. Oh, that's one shot away at least.
Well, that's not ideal.
It's not ideal, I agree. I agree with that completely, but there's an element of safety involved here. Let's try and get this behind the brown.
Now.
So if we miss, which we don't, thank goodness, we're okay. But just going to have to whack the brown to try and get it moved. Hope Ronnie doesn't come back to the table. And we might just have got away with playing a few bad shots there. No, he's coming back to the table. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Big opportunity, this. Big difference between a 6-frame advantage, which we're potentially going to have,
Excellent safety.
and a 4-frame advantage.
Chance here.
Goes without saying, really, doesn't it? Well, we've moved all the balls around. I'm quite happy with that. Makes it a lot harder to get a snooker. There's a lot of ground that the cue ball's got to travel to get a snooker. But again, there's no real risk on for us here. Just don't pop the cue ball and we're okay. But this has gone on for a good 7 minutes now. Again, we could have got on with the next frame. Oh, no, 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 no.
He doesn't want to play this with too much pace.
Oh, we missed it. Oh, we've hit the black as well. Oh, you are kidding me. You are kidding me. Oh, that's painful.
I'm not sure what happened there.
Oh, he's back in this now.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan.
This would really hurt if we lost this frame, and I can't see him losing it now.
4.
Blue, pink and black.
9.
And he wins the frame. That would be quite an unbelievable turnaround. As I say, this is massive now. And it's all been caused by us playing a stupid shot. And he's going to do it.
15.
Wow.
22. And the frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
That's really
And
painful.
That is the frame. Well played.
We might be 4 frames ahead,
Thank you, frame 13.
but that is really painful. Let's hope that doesn't influence the rest of the match. Because that was a cracking chance. 9-3 up, you know, it's
He's going for the left corner pocket.
a crazy difference.
Really nice opening, Red.
But let's just keep going frame by frame.
1.
It happens sometimes with that sort of frame, I suppose. Where you think you're in and you play. Because it was our fault that we got ourselves into the snooker in the first place. And we gave away quite a few points there.
He's looking to pop this into the left corner pocket.
But we can't sulk. We've got to just get up and get on with it here. Give it our all. Not the best shot there, to be honest. Not ideal. The only risk is that this is now really a must-win frame for us.
Neil Robertson.
The problem is we've got this mentality, we've got to retain this difference. That was a bit of a clanger, wasn't it, leaving that red on? But he's missed it. Well, can you believe that? Misses the red. So, the easiest plant you're not going to have to play in your life.
One.
And my focus now is on getting this frame done in one visit. Forgetting the last frame ever happened. And getting a 5-frame advantage back.
8.
Because that's hurt, that has. It really has. I know it might sound silly. But yeah, it's frustrating, that is really frustrating.
Good for a colour.
9.
It's one of those that could very easily be a turning point in this match, definitely. You don't want it to be, but you just never know with things like this. That wasn't ideal.
He's left that a little bit more tricky than he would have liked.
17.
It's horrible, this is actually now.
You'll want this to drop into the centre pocket. Great
I have to
shot.
play a bit of an awkward shot now on this next red.
Wonderful.
23.
It's not as bad as I first thought, actually. As long as it drops in, as long as we've got the pace. Just about got it. It's okay, but
Excellent shot.
where's the position going to come from here? We need to give this an almighty whack. See what happens. Oh, we just missed the reds.
I'm not sure what happened there. but that's
Just
a
missed
poor
the reds. Hit that at a slightly different angle. And we go into the reds, but not to be there. Not to be. To be or not to be, that is the question. Nice fin shot there. Don't disrupt the pack.
Neil Robertson, 31.
Oof. Ronnie very close to the corner pocket there. I think we should be able to navigate our way round. Tuh. Well, we did, but we missed everything. I wanted to miss everything after that one shot and after the one ball, but not miss everything altogether. That wasn't great at all, that wasn't. Right, we'll put us back here.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
So the aim is to go around the balls. Tap that one, that's it. And maybe that's why it didn't work first time.
This is building
I'm just
up
worried.
to a
Oh, well,
really
why has
interesting
he not took that on? Obviously it wouldn't go. Clever shot. Let's try and get this cue ball similarly placed where it is now. That's not ideal, but touch of the green will probably help. Still think that cue ball will be able to access the red. Don't think the blue blocks it.
This is no gimme.
Thought as much.
1. 6. 7.
Just a safety here from Ronnie. And a good one at that.
Great shot. That's a really good safety.
I think, due to time, we might have to make this session 6 frames rather than 8. I am recording this tonight before. I've got a few other things to do, so
You need good
I didn't think
control
it'd run
over
this
the
long.
fight with this shot.
But we'll see where we are after 6 frames. But this is a good opportunity to get back in again. Just whack it, actually. Don't be interested about being safe, because, well, it never happens, does it?
Pretty good to me.
Because if you give it a whack, usually,
1.
things will come into your favour. Nice cannon. And we've got decent position now.
Eight.
Well, it goes. Half a chance here. Brilliant.
Good opportunity now.
Magnificent pot.
Good opportunity.
Very happy with the position here.
Got to make the most of this.
9.
Aiming for the centre pocket here.
Try and avenge what happened in the last.
15.
Risky pot to take on, but I think we should be okay.
This is really tricky.
Yep, it's fine. It's a good shot.
That is.
He couldn't have
So
played
5
it
reds
any
left on the
better.
table. Got a
16.
39-point lead. 67 remaining on the table. Make that a 41-point lead. So a few of these reds, and we should restore that advantage.
Nicely on the blue.
Nicely on the blue. I was thinking more the pink myself. So what will we need then? So pink gives us a lead of 49, is it?
26.
So red and colour needed. No, 49, sorry, the lead. But still doesn't matter. Same applies. Just the colour needed now. We've said that before, haven't we? Just the colour needed. And it should, barring snookers,
This pink now.
which is something we say all the time, but don't really think about it too much.
Goes.
And that
Maybe should
shuts
give it
the
a bit
door
more
on his
thought after what
opponent
happened in the
this
last frame. But that should be the frame. Well, we haven't potted that red to make it secure. I really hope we don't have another fiasco like we did last time.
Neil Robertson, 33.
I mean, we've got a lead of 5 over what we need, but that doesn't mean anything.
You won't want to overhit this.
Whew, just about hit that, and look at where that's finished. Pick that one out. Very nearly hit the pink there, I know. You know, that wasn't great.
Pace is key with
Pick
this
that
shot.
one out.
Doesn't want to overhit it.
There we go. Scare over. Pop the red. Screw back for the yellow, green. Yeah, or whatever.
1.
Good shot. And after that, we get a 5-frame lead back. So at the moment, it's 3 frames to 2 in this session.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
I think we will just play... oh, dear. Didn't expect to miss that one. Yeah, I think we'll just play one more session in this... sorry, one more frame in this session. One more session in this frame. One more frame in this session.
And now the frame is
And then, if we need to, we'll do 4 sessions for this match. I hope you guys don't mind.
To break.
It's just time, really, and I don't want to drag this one on too long if I haven't got the time. Again, we'll just be rushing our shots, and there's no point doing that. It just lessens
this won't be easy.
the enjoyment of the content for both me and you guys. So, hopefully you're all okay with that.
That's a good opening red.
But a good opening red. Again, another opportunity here. Can we get to 10 frames before the episode is through? Ten frames to 4, be a nice advantage.
Perfect pace.
Again, it's one of those big swing frames, isn't it? 10-4 or 9-5, what do you pick?
7.
9-5, win the first one of the next session, and Ronnie's right back into it. 10-4, no.
At all.
Not going to do it in this break, that's for certain. That's rather annoying. Just overdid it there. Overscrewed. And we couldn't get on the red. But get 10-4 up, as I said. Win the first frame of the next session. It's 11-4. It just shows how much of a swing these things can be. But, again, another poor shot from Ronnie. Gives us a chance to get in here. Bit of a get out of jail free, if you ask me, after what we did. To be straight back in again. Gonna need a good shot here, though.
Here with the long pot attempt. Stroked in beautifully.
Yep, we're okay.
6.
Nice shot there. Again, we're not quite getting the position on the black, so
7.
I don't want to risk taking it on. But as you can see, apart from the black, there's only the blue we can take.
The long pot's
And the
on,
position
and he's
from
going
that
for it.
is a lot of work. I think we're going to do okay. If we maybe under hit it slightly, we have.
12.
I don't fancy taking that on. Really don't.
He
Gonna
looks
duck
he's
out of
trying
this
to get
one.
the cue ball tight on the cushion here.
This looks like a good position. I'm liking that. I am liking that a lot.
Neil Robertson, 12.
Good shot. Is he going for a plant here? No, just very much a containing safety. Interesting. Bit of a shot to nothing here. To the middle pocket.
Nice to drop into the centre pocket.
And this time, it's there. We had a situation similar to that early on in the session, and it was nowhere near, so we put a lot more angle into that. And, well, it seems to have worked.
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here.
Wonderful pot. Outstanding effort.
6.
Neil Folds likes that one. Pink's off its spot, of course. Which isn't going to harm us too much at the moment. Just focus on potting these reds, getting the colours to go with them. And we should be on our way.
This really is tricky.
Well, that's
There's a
right
small
down the
gap,
top
so I'm going to
corner.
take the
Well, he
Red
can't
on.
play that any better.
This red
Superb
here.
personal shot.
very small gap to get through, but it's a gap nonetheless.
No real problem here.
There we go. Neil Folds doesn't see a problem. Neither do we. Good pot.
13.
Attempts to get the pink ball back on its spot at the moment, but I think it's best placed where it is.
You know what a prolific long potter
Leave it
he
there
is,
for the
so
moment.
I'd assume he'd take this on. That's a top shot.
18.
Again, just trying to play with the least amount of risk at the moment.
19.
I think that's fair. Now I think that will go to the middle pocket. Problem is, how do you get the angle for that? We're going to need
The cueing required for this shot.
exactly what Neil Fold says, perfect cueing. And that was a clear example of a rush shot. But look at where the blue balls ended up.
19.
And he's cool getting away with it. That was a rush shot there. We just took it on far too quickly. But, well, I thought we were covered. I thought we were okay, actually. We weren't. And this is a chance for Ronnie. Well, yeah.
Half a chance here.
I know it's an endurance and you can't play your best all the time, but we've played some quite poor shots.
Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous pot.
9.
Now take them a bit more time over that blue. You just take it as a given, don't you? You're going to pot it.
14.
So 5 reds left at the table. This is going to be crucial. Again, the difference between 9-5 and 10-4 is huge. I'd certainly take either of them.
He's aiming to sink this
But it'd be a body blow to lose this frame.
15. 20.
But what's amazing is when Ronnie's getting in, he's certainly taking his chances. Can't criticise that.
21. 27.
Doesn't look like there's going to be any problems here. After this red, 2 to go. Taking a lot of time over this. I think he's looking at the ones to the middle pocket potentially. No, just taking that one on. Absolutely fair enough. Playing the blue. Again, good shot. Good pot.
34.
Strange camera angle there. Don't know what that's all about.
41.
I can see him just clearing up though now. Again, it could go wrong. You never know.
2.
Can't see it though.
This is an impressive comeback in this frame.
Great opportunity, and this will be a real confidence booster if he can win the frame from here.
Well, there's not much more I have to say. I completely agree with those two guys. Oh, he gets away with that a little bit. Goodness me. Well,
Decent position on the brown here.
after 6, it's 3 frames each. In a session where it could have been 5-1 to us. But fair play to Ronnie, you know, he's took his chances. We'll have a few regrets, but the most important thing, it's been a bit of a short session by
69.
my choosing today. But most importantly, we've not lost any ground. We keep our advantage. We've got a 4-frame advantage, and after frame number 14, it is 9 frames to 5. We'll just watch the break-off shot for this 15th frame. We'll be back on Friday with the 3rd session. I will definitely have a bit more time when Friday rolls around, so we will make the session an 8-frame session. Yeah, well, 9 frames is what was planned originally. So, you know, I think we'll play to the end. Again, I can't see Ronnie coming back at this point. But, again, if he starts to come back, then we might do it over 4 sessions. We'll see how we go, but, again, a bit of a short session, so apologies for that. But the good news is that we retain our advantage. If you enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like down below. Comment your thoughts as well, and subscribe for regular Snooker 19 content. Thank you very much for your company today. Always appreciated, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye for now.